Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mr. Robinson's 8th grade U.S. History and Civics course. We're going to be beginning a new unit of study. So we finished up last week with our Foundations of Government lessons. And now we're going to start getting into the things that happened here in the New World, the Western Hemisphere, this side of the world, the things that happened that got us from colonies to creating a constitution. So the name of this unit is Road to the Constitution. And over the next couple of weeks, as we study, we're going to be learning about the different ideas that went into forming the United States Constitution. And our first lesson is going to begin with a guy that some of you have probably heard of, but have also probably been misinformed about, a guy by the name of Christopher Columbus. And we're going to learn about from Columbus to the colonies. Specifically, you're going to be learning in this lesson about the 3 G's of exploration. So when those Europeans would set sail and would come looking for the New World, they came looking for 3 things: for gold, for God, and for glory. So in this lesson, you're going to be learning about the New World. You're going to be learning about those 3 G's of exploration. You're going to be learning a little bit about religious freedom. And then you're going to learn what a colony is. And we're going to begin to check out how the Europeans would come here and would set up these things called colonies. Now, once you have finished reading through pages 1, 2, and this little bit about the triangle trade, no, they weren't trading triangles. The triangular trade deals with the route from Europe, specifically from England to Africa to North America and the West Indies and back. And you can see how this kind of formed a triangle. So after you get done reading about colonization, exploration, and the triangle trade, you're going to want to complete the activities. So you're going to begin with A, doing a map review. And you're going to be using this map down here, the triangle trade routes, 1600s to 1700s, to complete this activity. Once you are done with A, then you're going to be going to what's called the Captain's Log 1650. Now, in this assignment, you are the captain of an English trading ship sailing the Atlantic Ocean on the triangle trade route. There are 4 legs of this trip, and you need to keep track of where you go and what you do. So, just like in A, in activity B, you're going to be using the map also. But this time you're going to use the map to help complete your captain's log with details of your voyage and your cargo. Now, before I go any further, I want to talk about a couple things. Number one, you can see I've got this opened up in Cami. And the reason why I opened this up in Cami is because, number one, I can use this little feature right here, text to speech. If you'd like, you can click on this, and there will be a narrator that will read this entire passage for you. Starting here with Columbus to the colonies, you can have this read to you. So if you prefer to have it read to you, you can do that. We're also going to use Cami because you can't just click on this and type. You have to enter text boxes. So you can use this little feature right here and put in a text box. You can use this little feature right here and you can draw. There are all kinds of nice little features. You can erase things if you need to fix things, just like if you were doing it in paper and pencil. So you're going to complete section B. Then we go to C, raw or manufactured. Much of the triangle trade exchanged raw materials, which are natural resources, still basically in their natural form, for manufactured goods, which are products made by people. Look at the map one more time and find 4 examples of each type of product and list them here. So you're going to go back to this map again. You're going to read through this map and you're going to find 4 examples of raw materials that were transported and 4 examples of manufactured goods that were transported. Next, Columbus to the colonies. Which G, which you're going to read about those 3 G's of exploration, gold, God, and glory, which G motivates me? Read the 5 statements from people planning to move to the Americas. On the blank, Write whether the person speaking is motivated by gold, by God, or by glory. And you'll write your answer right here. Next, pick your colony. Each of the early American colonies had its own unique character and attracted different kinds of colonists from England. Draw lines, you can use this right here. Draw lines to connect each English settler with the colony most suited to his needs. So you're going to connect these 3 colonies to one of these 4. So obviously you're going to be using one more than once. Last but not least, see which comes first. Read each pair of events. Underline, once again, you can use this tool right here, or you can use this tool. Underline the event that happened first. So, read each pair of events. 1, which came first? The Native American population sunk by 90%, or Columbus lands in the Bahamas. Whichever one happened first, you would underline that. Now, once you have that done, and everyone, regardless if you are a hybrid in-person learner or a complete remote online learner, everyone needs to complete this assignment at home. Now, if you are a hybrid learner and you come to school on either Monday and Tuesday or on Thursday and Friday, you can go ahead and stop this video because we are going to be doing this lesson, Colonial Influences, in class together. Now, if you are a completely online remote learner, you're going to want to continue watching this video as I go through this lesson. So, if you are a hybrid learner, thanks for watching. You can go ahead and stop now. If you are a remote learner, here we go. Now, this lesson, Colonial Influences. The United States Constitution, remember our unit this time around is called Road to the Constitution. The U.S. Constitution is based on a handful of big ideas. Brainstorm the meaning behind each big idea in the areas provided, then see what they mean in the American system of government. So before you begin this lesson, I want you, without doing any kind of research, use the text box, put a text box here. What do you think rule of law means? Now, we talked about that in the a dive into democracy lesson. All right? So what do you think rule of law means? Put down what you think that means. Self-government, put down right here what you think that means. You're just brainstorming ideas. Due process. What do you think the words due process mean? Put those here. Limited government. You also did a lesson on limiting government. You should have a good idea by this point on what limiting government means. If you don't, you may need to go back and take a look at last week's lesson on limiting government. Last but not least, rights. So before you begin anything else in this colonial influences lesson, I want you to brainstorm ideas what each one of these key terms mean. Next, you can go ahead and skip through to this page right here. Now, what you're going to do is I want you to read or use the text-to-speech through these 2 pages. All right, so I want you to read through, hey, anyone have any good ideas? King versus Nobles, round 1, the Magna Carta. I think we took a wrong turn, the Mayflower Compact. King versus Nobles, round 2, the English Bill of Rights. Breaking news, colonist style. Hot off the press, editorial. Calling for independence, it's common sense. Now, once you get done reading through those, I would like you to complete this colonial influences from big ideas to the Constitution activity. So it says, now that you have taken a look at some of the big ideas in colonial America, see where they show up in our founding documents. Read each big idea on the top half of the page. These are the big ideas on the top half of the page. And match it with where it shows up in the Constitution below. So, at the beginning of this lesson, you were to brainstorm what self-government was, what rule of law was, due process, rights, and limited government. Now that you've read about them, you're going to actually be reading some portions of the U.S. Constitution. And I want you to match down here where it goes here. So let's start with the first one. A, this Constitution and the laws of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land. All government officials shall be bound by an oath to support the Constitution. That comes from the U.S. Constitution, Article 6. Now, is this describing self-government, rights, due process, rule of law, or limited government? You need to decide where this goes. And if you think this is self-government, you would put an A here. If you think it's rights, you'd put an A here, wherever it goes. And it's only going to go in one of these. Okay? Do the same thing for B, C, D, and E. Now, once you have that done, then this lesson is complete. Now, there's an extra activity that you can do if you would like, and I would love to see you all do this. I would love to see you maybe take a picture of this and post it on Google Classroom or show it to me in a Google Meet after school. In class, we are also going to be creating these flip books. All right, so if you would like, you could print out this page and this page. If you have that possibility, you could print out this page and then closely follow these directions on how to turn this into a flip book. And then you can complete the activities here and here using the reading. Now, if you are a remote learner, this is not required, but it is something that I would highly suggest that you do. This will be a great learning activity for you to learn about the ideas and the principles that are embedded in your Constitution, the document that spells out and protects your rights as an American citizen. All right? Now, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to contact me either using email or during one of the Google Meets on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 2 to 2:30. Please do not comment on Google Classroom. I don't see those in a timely fashion, and it takes me days to get back to you. One of the two ways I just described. Please email me if you have a question. Please meet with me on a Google Meet after school from 2 to 2:30, and we can discuss it. All right, guys, have a great day.